Hi, everyone. Hi there. Welcome to the Go Get It podcast with Rob Butler. For today's session, we're joined by Richard Bartram, Gary Kalachi, Lindsay Knowlton, Carly Doherty, Ashley Gorey, Tim Matthews, who's the Senior VP of Operations for LifeMark Health. What's amazing about Tim is the direction he's taken to get to the job that he's always wanted. So if you want to learn from some of the best, stick around, and let's go get it.
Doesn't matter what you do. You could be in insurance, you could be in road repair. If you love doing it and there's a need or a demand in the market, then you're aligned. It's as simple as that. It does not matter.
Build what you wish existed. I think that was the first thing that I realized was there was a real gap in the market for how women could experience golf. So that was for me was the first thing.
You think, does this already exist? Whether it be a product, an idea, whatever. And, the answer was obviously yes. Of course, children's consignment stores already existed. But if the answer is yes, then how can you do it better? How can you offer it differently? And I think we immediately knew the answer there.
When I look at bringing on new talent or with folks, particularly with young and sort of coming out of school, it's, willingness and aptitude to take on new challenges. And that's a really fancy way of saying you gotta work hard and you gotta have an element of the figure it out element, right? Like it's, right. If you have those two things, like you will advance. You'd be surprised sort of when looking back on your career, it was actually very similar to my experience in sports.
I think in yourself, you need to recognize the value in what you bring to the table and then be able to market that. And over the course of my career, being able to understand what are those pieces that you bring to the table and how those are going to help the organization, and being able to effectively articulate that helps you in the interview and helps people understand when you hit the ground running at wherever you end up, here's how I'm going to contribute to the organization.
So life was really busy, and putting franchising into our repertoire at that point seemed crazy. We chatted about it and we thought, are we going to sit back and say, no, timing's not right. No, there's a million reasons why it wasn't a good idea to do it, right? But there were a million and one reasons why it was a good idea to do it and to dive in and to give it our all. And we did it. And, fast forward to today, almost 12 years later now, we have 47 franchises across North America.
I think there's something very unique to being a translator. The ability to translate creativity into business solution. It's listening to the challenge at hand and then translating and collaborating to come up with the solution that is going to solve that.
If you're going to pursue something entrepreneurial, you should focus on an area that you are familiar with. And if you're not particularly familiar, you have an idea, you want to become as proficient as possible within that area as quickly as you can, because it'll increase your chances for success.
Success isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking better questions. Even in meetings today, I would rather someone speak up and ask a question that could be completely off topic or off field than staying silent.
Let's go!